out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Well, really, we're not going to talk about baseball much, but Tuesday is my grocery shopping and market day. So I go to the farmer's market in Portsmouth on Market Street. I look at everybody's, but I buy most of my produce from Furman's. And so today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, I will post this, but tomorrow's my 70th birthday, and I'm not cooking. We're going to go out to dinner, and Bernie can just take care of breakfast and lunch. And I mean, he's a pretty decent cook, so he can do that. He didn't cook at all or do anything much on his birthday either, except drive the boat, but he wanted to do that. Okay, so I sliced the sweet potatoes really thin. The sweet potatoes are going to be the crust of the sweet potato quiche that we're going to make, okay? Now, here, I've already laid them down in the dish. Oops, here we go. I actually had to restart this. I'm going to be honest, I had to restart this because I went to pause it and I turned it off. But this is what it looks like. You just lay them around in circles, and I already had it in the oven for a couple minutes. So I am putting this in a 350 oven. Normally it's to be at 10 minutes. But like I said, it had already been in a couple of minutes, so I'm going to say, Alexa, set an 8-minute timer, please. Okay.
8-minute timer started.
So while we're doing that, I've already chopped up some garlic. Here we go. And just a couple of cloves. And then I am going to, it's actually 4 cloves. And then I have a small onion that I am going to cut up here in a second, but this recipe is in our family cookbook. I was in a weight loss competition at work about 10 years ago, and I found this somewhere on the internet. My late husband, Bob, really liked it. My current husband, Bernie, really likes it too. Now, I've got my garlic chopped up. I need my olive oil. I'll get that getting warm here in a minute. And now I'm going to chop up this onion. I'm putting on my gloves because this is harmonica club day. So I'm going to be playing harmonica this evening, and I really do not want to smell garlic and onion while I'm playing tonight. So I'm going to wear my gloves. I do wear gloves quite a bit when I cook otherwise anyway, but so this is one of the onions from Furman's. So we'll just give it a good chop up here. It's one of the sweet onions. I bought some red onions too. I'm making that watermelon salad for our family reunion Saturday, and I needed red onion to go in that. So I went ahead and picked some up while I was there. Now to chop up this onion, and I actually had learned how to do this in a different way when I was in school, but I took a cooking class from Allison White, who went from SIP in Huntington. Y'all, if you're ever in Huntington, West Virginia, that is, you need to check it out. Really good. Okay, they have specialties in bourbon and wine, but their food is also to die for. Okay, so I did this from the root and made those little slices. Okay, so now I am going to just slice it like you were making sliced onions. And it falls apart a little bit, but you'll see in a second here, I'll show you, I get really nice chunks of chopped onion. All right. And you have to straighten it out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of tablespoons. And go ahead and get my oil heating up because I want to saute the onion and garlic in the oil. So see here, I have some, oops, I meant to put that in the bowl. There we go. Okay, so now my onion is chopped as well. When I was working on the cheese spread, I was talking about shredding your own cheese, which I'm going to do here in a little bit because we will put some shredded mozzarella cheese. One of my friends, Shannon, sent me a link to a piece of kitchen equipment that would make shredding cheese and other stuff really, really super easy. So I have this ongoing wish list for kitchen stuff, so it is now on that wish list. So we're going to need about a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. I'll put it back in a bag when I get done with it. And there's already a little bit of shredded cheese in there. I used some shredded cheese on my toast this morning. Okay. So, here we go, shredding cheese again. I always have extra tea towels and aprons on that wish list as well. I seem to go through all of those rather quickly. All right, just about out of cup. My brother is a chef, and he sent me a text last night and said he made this for himself and his wife, and they really, really liked it, but he doctored it up a little bit, which I imagine any chef would do. He didn't have feta cheese, so he used a different kind of cheese. We'll put feta cheese in there in just a little bit. I'm just going to take that off. And I think he said he added a little bit of cheddar cheese too. And maybe some red pepper flakes or something. Sounded like it would really, make an improvement on it. So, but I'm going by the recipe as is for today's purposes. Okay, I think we're just about ready to start sauteing over here. Let me test a little bit here. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Okay. So, that's a bit more than a cup, but I can always use it for something else. So I'm going to saute this, and while we've got that ready sauteing here, I am going to step into my refrigerator and get my eggs out because I forgot to get them out earlier. As well as my milk. Alexa, stop timer. Okay, now let me grab my hot pads. Oh, and that's another thing. I wash them and they lose their mojo, or they get wet and don't work. I mean, then I wash them and stuff. But, okay, there we go. So that's kind of nice and toasty. So I'm just going to set this aside until I get the rest of this quiche assembled. And this sauteing process is going really well. It smells good. I don't know. I don't think anything, well, maybe chocolate baking, but I think the aroma of anything, you know, mirepoix, if you're doing celery, onion, and carrot and that, always smells super good. Okay, now that is ready. So, let me, all right, now I'm going to add the spinach. This is going to be a spinach and feta cheese quiche with a sweet potato crush. Okay, so I am going to start putting in the spinach, and just until wilted, I am using baby spinach, and I did buy that at the grocery store. I understand that, whoops, I don't like that crack between my counter and the stove. I keep having to move my stove out or wait behind it because I always drop stuff between the two. So I'm going to cook this just until it is wilted. And I already washed it. When I buy the baby spinach or some of those lettuce mixes sometimes, you know how they come in those plastic containers, and they take up an awful lot of room in a refrigerator. So when I get home from the grocery store, I just take it out and put it in a Ziploc bag, and it fits in my vegetable drawer in my refrigerator so much better. So we're just about there. Talk about wilting stuff. I made wilted lettuce salad with the last bit of my leaf lettuce that I grew in my little container garden this year. All right, so there we go. I'm turning the stove off. I'm going to set this aside too while I make the rest of my mix. But these flat tops stay warm for so long that I kind of need to put that stuff away before, or turn it off before it's really like you would normally would. Okay, so now I'm going to take, sorry about that, I'm going to take some eggs. I'm going to take 5 eggs, and I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of milk. So here are my 5 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and I will rinse out those eggshells here, you know, probably want them off air, but and then I kind of crush them up a little bit and I put them in my compost heap. All right, there we go. And then I can take this off now. I am going to put in some pepper. I like these little pepper grinders. I seem to be running a little bit low, so when I get off of here, I'm going to add that to my Kroger list. I try to add stuff to my Kroger list as I go along so I don't forget it. I don't always remember to do that. I'm going to use a little bit of seasoned salt here. Just a little couple of shakes like that. And then I'm going to measure out 1/4 cup of milk. I took a cake decorating class, probably 50 years ago or more. Yeah, probably 50 years. So, and it always said to hold it up level so you can see where it actually is. And then when I took that class from Allison White from SIP, we made beef bourguignon. She also said that there is a difference between a liquid measure and a dry measure. So when and I remember learning that in home ec, and that was even longer ago than 50 years. So use the dry measuring cups if you're measuring flour and sugar and that, and that there really is a difference. I've had some people that are not food experts try to argue with me about it, and I just let them talk. Okay, excuse me just a minute, and hopefully I actually hit pause this time. Okay, I'm back. I felt a sneeze coming on, so I didn't want to sneeze in your face. I'm going to mix this up. Okay, that works. See, we got it. I'm somehow or another down to 1 whisk within the past couple of months, and I haven't taken the time to go shopping for new ones yet. All the whisks that I had fell apart. Just boop. Even if they were metal or plastic, they fell apart. All right, now I have my spinach stuff here, and what I'm going to want to do, and I'm just going to use an extra little 2-cup measuring cup just for that. Okay, so I'm just going to press the spinach a little bit and get some of the moisture out. You can see there's moisture running in, the water out of it. Here it goes. I'm using my potato masher to do this. It's actually working pretty well. If you don't do this, or don't do it well, then your quiche doesn't set up real well because there's too much liquid in the egg mixture. Alright, I think I just about got it. I'm going to turn it around the other way here for a second to get a better grip. Excuse the back of my pan. Okay. And I'm going to pull out a couple of pieces of spinach that went in there. Alright, so we'll just set that aside. And now I'm going to bring my, I need to wipe my hands off there. I'm going to bring the crust over. And I left my oven on. Yeah, we're gonna put it in the oven. So now I'm going to take that spinach with the garlic and all that goody stuff in there. Yummy, yummy stuff. And I'm going to spread it around lift it up a little bit, see what I'm doing here. I'm spreading it around in the crust here. Okay. So you want to get it, you want to spread it around just about as evenly as you can get it. It's hard to believe that one of those big 5-ounce packages, and it reduces it to just this. That fascinates me about greens. Okay. I'm going to use one of my measuring spoons here. All right. So I'll show you what it looks like now. Here we go. Okay, so now that I have put the, I did my whisk. Oh, here it is. Actually, that's not going to work. I'm going to get a spoon. So now that I have that ready to go, I'm going to put my cheese, my cup of cheese, and that would be a dry ingredient. I'm going to put my cup of cheese in my egg mixture and mix it up. Now, admittedly, I am kind of eyeballing this, so I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. So now, excuse me, I have got some allergy stuff going on. Still didn't look right. I'm just gonna put the rest of it in there. It might be a little more than a cup, but that's okay. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna pour the egg mixture over the spinach, and I'm kind of spreading it around a little bit here. Still a little bit hot. So this is what it looks like so far. Whoops, pouring some of that out. Don't want to do that. Now I'm going to take some feta cheese, and that's about a cup or so. So that's not quite a cup because it's not full, but I have some more in the fridge. I thought this was a full deal. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've got about a cup of crumbled feta cheese. All right, very good, very good, very good. Now, we'll take this and we're going to set it in the oven that was set at 350. And shut up the oven. We are going to leave that in for 30 minutes, so I'll set have Alexa help me set a 30-minute timer. Alexa, set 30-minute timer, please. Okay, so
30-minute timer started.
Thank you, Alexa. All right, I am going to clean up a little bit, and so while I'm doing that, I am going to put you on pause, and we will be back when the pie gets, or the quiche gets out of the oven. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, I'm back for a minute. Just checking in. It looks like it's going. It smells good. But I was a little bit afraid. Sometimes when I don't, like, just I have my camera open for a while, it just shuts itself off, and I didn't want that to happen. So just wanted you to know that I'm making some progress, getting stuff cleaned up, and I had to put some stuff up on the top shelf, and I got my little step stool app, and I used it this morning to hang my hummingbird feeder back up, but I didn't have it secured real well, and it fell off, and it dumped sugar water all over those steps, and I forgot about it, so I had to clean my steps and my shoes off. So it won't be too much longer, and we will be back. All right, take care. Hey, Alexa just said ding dong. Or anyway, we're going to take the quiche out of the oven now. It smells really good. And let me put something down on my counter. I don't like putting really hot stuff on this granite. Okay. So here it is. Spinach quiche with a sweet potato crust. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do is, since this is actually Tuesday, I'm going to do a 2 for Tuesday kind of thing. And I need to let this sit out for quite a while before I cut it. So I'm going to do that, and I think I'm going to throw together maybe some kind of salad. And Bernie and I will eat this before we head to Huntington for Harmonica Club. So I'm going to make another short video when we get ready to eat, and you can see what the quiche looks like cut up and see what I come up with to have alongside of it. So we'll see you later. Take care. Love y'all.